Okay, Monday morning in the kingdom, and we got rain last night. Yes, last night I had the inverters on. I was watching a movie with boobies. Yes, the Titanic movie. Yes, oh, I didn't like that movie. That lady fooled around and everything like that, and then she threw the diamond overboard. Unreal. Sounds like a marriage. Yes, so we had thunder boomers last night, so the staff was watching the lightning strike map, so there'll probably be new fires around WHO-ville here. Yes, and this morning we woke up to plus 15 Celsius, but it's freaking chilly out here. It's more like plus 10 on the yo-yo scale. On the yo-yo scale, plus 59 Fahrenheit. We have nothing that new in the kingdom. Yes, so last night I enjoyed the movie, and in quietness, yes, the inverters, how'd you say, kept the lights on in the house and had the the computer screens and the fridge going. So the dog crates were frozen this morning because I let it run all night, and hopefully we'll figure out a timeline. Yes, that worked out good. And last night, I quit early, went in the house and spent 2.5 hours with one laptop computer trying to make the video. So I'm freaking real. So that's my punishment for quitting early. You know, why quit early when the computer is just like a wife? It's just going to ruin your day for coming home early. Yes, so we got that done. And oh yes, and we had nice rain last night at 3 a.m. So we had the thunder boomers in the early evening and then a steady rain. So that was good. So that's, how would you say, not really put the fires out, just slow things down a bit, but we needed it. I tried to catch the rainwater to use for cooking and stuff like that in the kingdom. I saved a 5-gallon pail in like 20 minutes, and that stuff was like mop water because of the forest fire smoke in the air. It was just black. It was mop water, so I had to throw it out. Oh well. All right, we got that list. We're done. So let's scroll this way. There's a slight breeze. Look at that. Oh man, unreal. So scroll a bit more. We're not sure what we're gonna do today. We're gonna have to go to the staff's house and work on her inverter, her power source, to remove the alternator, so she's down to one because that system was set up to charge multiple batteries in a short time. We're finding out she only needs the one, not 3 alternators. Yeah, it's minor detail. So we'll have spare alternators in the kingdom. And we're going to work on the trucks over here. Yeah, over here somewhere. All right. Okay, so it's Monday. We got to do the dog blankets. Everything we're supposed to do on Sunday, we didn't do because we were too busy getting the mini power source up and going. So we have to do that today. The doggy blankets, and have wieners and eggs for lunch because that was supposed to be Sunday's meal. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Monday morning in WHO-ville, it's almost 9 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head out and do some blueberry picking before it rains again. It was actually raining most of the evening and last night. I have a little video which will be in the next slide for you guys. Now let's head out and get some blueberries. Looks like it's trying to rain off into the distance, but there is blue sky in the background. Made it to my blueberry spot. There's still lots of blueberries here. Shouldn't take me very long to fill another butter container full. At least there's no sandflies or bugs right now. 10 a.m. and I just got back from blueberry picking. I was able to fill up 2 big butter containers. I will be sorting these out today since it might be a rain day here. When I was out blueberry picking, it tried to rain a little bit, but not much came down. So let's head inside and let the dogs out. Then I can turn the power on and start sorting out berries. 10:30 and my dad just messaged saying he's gonna come here with the quad and change out my alternators to make it so my batteries charge off the main alternator instead of these 2, since I don't really need it and I'm only using the one inverter here. So I'll wait for my dad to show up so we can change this over. My dad just made it from the kingdom and he's taking the 2 alternators off the bottom. He will take one back to the house to keep as his spare, and then the other one will be down on the bottom of my power source as a spare, and then I can charge my batteries off the main alternator. He's just wiring everything in now. 11 a.m. my dad just left back to the kingdom. I'll head over there after lunch and see what he's up to today, but he put a master switch on my inverter. That way I don't have to take all the wiring apart, and now I'm just running off the alternator for the power source itself. It does still work and charge the batteries. We tested it. Now that it's not raining, I'm going to take the welder cover off and start that up so I can cool the fridge and the freezer.
Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom. We got the Ladies of Wasp flag and the Swedish flag flying in good rapport. Yes, good. Look at them go. And the Australian flag at the end is a little tangled up. But going into WHO-ville and changing out the alternator, so she's running it. So the power source at the staff's house is only running on one alternator. That power source was designed for charging batteries on a water salvage and to dry out your clothes or gloves or stuff like that. It was never made to be, how would you say, house power for, how would you say, how many hours a day. So we just changed it over to one alternator, so that worked out good. Very pleased. So we came back to the kingdom, and in 2021 we're ordering parts for these trucks. It was a freaking nightmare because what you order in the part number and what you got in the box was two different things. So last year, I think it was, or 2 years ago, I decided to go through and put all the same master cylinders on the 4 trucks. So we have the 45, the 46, and the 38, and the 41. Anything with the V8 power motor has the master cylinder up here. The other trucks have the master cylinder originally under the floorboard. So we have the vacuum booster and everything like that. So we're changing them out. Because look at this one, this is backwards. So you have the big reservoir back here, and we want them all at the front like that one. So we're changing it all over to that master cylinder, and also double checking everything because I've learned a lot more. So that's why we're going through this and doing each truck individually. So here's another one of these fur fittings or whatever. I don't know if you can see that, Les Netsman. That is flat because this isn't a flared fitting. There's no bevel. So this thing is pushing flat on there. It should be a bevel. So you want to bevel into a bevel to make a good seal. So I'm double checking everything because I don't want problems down the road because I'm getting old as is. So I don't want to be fixing my mistakes 10 years from now. Let's fix it all this time around and then we should be good. Because then the new owners of these trucks at my estate sale will be very pleased I took the time to correct all this. So that way we have one master cylinder on the 4 V8 trucks. And we're not, how would you say, interbreeding, getting confused. So is this one is that one and that one is this one? Oh, I learned that. I owned a 97 Ford in 2018. That was a nightmare because all we had was Chevy parts and that Ford cost me a lot of money. I kept throwing money at it and parts and everything, just like an ex-wife. All right, let's go burn some lunch in the microwave.
1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. Now I'll head over to the kingdom and drop off the jerry cans of gas and my dad's dog bread and his blueberries. I don't think we'll be doing very much today. He's just tinkering around on a few things in the yard. Made it to the kingdom and I put the 2 jerry cans in the barrel for the welder there. Now my dad has a little more gas. I will take the jerry cans back into WHO-ville and get them filled again, and I'll keep doing that just to make sure we have enough gas in case anything happens. My dad's just going to work in the shop and do a few things on the trucks here, so I'm going to head back into WHO-ville and continue sorting out my berries. 1:30 and I just made it back from the kingdom. Now I'll head inside and let the dogs out, then I can continue sorting out the rest of my blueberries. I'm glad I went berry picking this morning since it's been on and off raining. It gives me something to do in the house.
Okay, it's trying to spit down rain, but I got the master cylinder changed out. Yes, and in the background you can hear the, how would you say, Yamar diesel mini power source running. All right, so we're getting things organized, putting stuff away. We got to do the 41 Chevy next, which is at the staff's house, but we marked on this one here. It was on the 45 Chevy. It's the wrong style, so we wrote that here. The big one should be at the front, so less confusion. And we wrote down the thing here, which the vehicles it's used. So that's when I lose my memory next week, probably. I know what's going on. We're finding out now, saving everything on file folders and on memory sticks and external drives, which are all tacked away because of the fire and the evacuation back in May. Now we're having to look into stuff we have on the shelves. But these notes that I made for myself back then, past me versus drunk me and present me and sober me, is really helping out. So having these little notes will help me out as I get older. And the light of choice is the Rubik's Cube. Yes, the Rubik's Cube. Yes, because we don't need how would you say, anything running, how would you say, big power or big lights in the shop here, because now we can go find stuff in the sheds. We got to go out to the traders there and find parts for the 38 Maple Leaf. That should take a while. That should take us till coffee time, according to it. We tell the boss we'll wander around for 5 minutes, find the parts, and then relax till coffee. Okay, it's going to be a loose ends type of day, but then it's kind of rainy, icky day, so we want to sleep. Yes, we worked so hard when it was sun shining and hot, now we want to sleep. All right, so we're finding the side panels for the 38 Maple Leaf because I'd taken them off and figured, all right, going in the shop, it'll come out fully finished and we'll go down the highway, zoom, zoom. Yeah, right, 3 years later, we're putting the side panels back on. That'll keep the rain out. And over here, see the brackets, mirror brackets are on there. Back in the day, I think it was 2012 or 2011, I bought a Mickey Mouse set. Yes, Mickey Mouse, cheap stuff. Yes, cheap stuff. So the thing just kind of broke. It's the lowest grade of growty. It just broke and fell apart. So we got one from 1977. It's the original one off the 38 GMC. It's not broken or anything. We upgraded, so we'll start figuring this out. Plus, we borrowed one of these brackets to put on the 46 Chevy, so we'll have to go get it back and we'll figure it out. But see, I was smart enough to write on everything, so I know, yes, I know. But also too, this is good for my memory. Okay, one of the joys of being in and out of trailer 7, I see something and then I can't remember where I seen it, so I have to go back in and look for it. So when I was looking for those side panels, guess what I found? Also too, on my estate auction, trailer 7, there won't be much in it because all the parts out of it will be back on these trucks. Yes, it's hard to believe this truck was all in pieces and now it's up and running and driving, so that freed up a lot of space. Plus taking the little Yamaha diesel motor out of there and reassembling that mini power source, that frees up a lot of space. There's one complete shelf and floor space too where the motor was sitting. So I was in there and I knew I seen it and I saved it. Only some trucks have the spacer in here. Other trucks have the steering column bolted right up. So this is the spacer you got to find. It goes like this. All right. So that keeps the steering wheel from going forward. Yes. So it's kind of hard to steer when the steering wheel can move because it's actually can move a bit down there. All right. So we got a lot of little projects to put together. The boss will be pleased. At the end of the day, this will increase the resale value of these trucks having the little knicky-knacks on to give it some curb appeal. Okay, 3 o'clock in the kingdom and I can shut the mini power source off because the batteries are charged up enough and then the inverter can run the fridge and everything like that. So I'm glad that sober me or past me wrote on this stuff, so it's a lot easier to figure out how it goes back on. So after coffee, we have to find the brackets for up there because I put them on the 46 over there. Plus, we found a little thingy back or whatever. It was the one that was seized. I put it in a pail of diesel fuel and thawed it out, I guess. Unseized it. And it's good to go now. All right, so I'm sitting on my bar stool over there, reminding me of being Norm at Cheers. Yes, it's a nice relaxing day. Hopefully it rains some more. We want lots of rain so the fires go away and life returns to normal and we can drink beer.
3 p.m. and it started raining. "5 p.m. and the rains have stopped, but it's extra windy out here right now and looks like it might start raining again, so let's head inside, make supper, and then I can end my day."
Okay, 5:30 in between the rains, we got the little list done. We welded the, the side panel tray thingy-me-bob or channel iron back on. It's hard to weld, the booger welds. Plus the Hobart handler is not getting full amps from the big welder because we have too much cords and stuff like that, so we just kind of boogered it on, yes. And we got the mirrors on. This side looks okay, but the other side looks pretty bad. But then again, the 2 of these rods are seized and that mirror is taped together. But I did check my list. I did order a new set of mirrors and frames or whatever mounting brackets from Sir Rodney. It's on the pallet that was supposed to come May long weekend. But then we decided, thanks to the Gong Show Mining Company, that we'll be forced firefighting and evacuated and all this crap. Unreal. So basically our lives been on hold this summer, but we're having fun, I think. Yes, we're having fun. Okay, 5:30, we're done for the day, and the big helicopter just came back. I imagine it's a good day to fight fires, because 1, it's not hot, 2, it's not super windy, and we're getting a little bit of rain. So hopefully they're making progress, but I think they're fighting on the new one just east of town. All right, look at the flags. They're kind of flying, they're kind of doing something. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and relax and enjoy inverter power. It's nice and quiet so I can watch a movie with boobies. Yes, I'm glad to upgrade to the inverter, and the staff figured it all out so the old guy can relax and enjoy. All right, let's go walk the dogs and we'll talk to you later.